So we left off from the last video with this error on screen which says this.db.batched updates is not a function. Now you're probably looking at that and you're like, I don't think I wrote anything like that. I haven't seen anything like that on screen. So this has got to be some sort of like deep code that we haven't really covered because maybe it's part of like an open source package. And you'd totally be right about that. This error is actually coming from React Native Meteor. So currently we're using version 1.0.3. I'm writing this tutorial series, and literally 2 weeks ago a new version of React Native or something broke this particular version of React Native Meteor. Now that's just something that goes with the world of open source technologies. Sometimes when you update one service it breaks another. Not everything's going to be super compatible, but luckily about 13 days ago or so, somebody came up with a solution to this, so we can keep on going with our course as soon as we fix it. I actually ran into this problem when I was building out my original sketch of this app, and I just forgot about adding it until now. So perfectly fine. It takes about a second to fix. So this guy Nazir, who I think is he was part of building the React Native Meteor package. At least he's forked this version. All you got to do is grab his link to his GitHub, and you can just copy down the link from my screen. You don't have to go to his GitHub and get it. But we're going to replace this 1.0.3 with a link to his GitHub and then change a couple things. The reason why we can do this is basically, these files are going to be pulled from GitHub anyway, so I'm just going to change this to git here and then .git on the end. So instead of pulling that one specific version of React Native Meteor, we're getting what he has on his GitHub right now. This particular version that he forked in order to fix the glitch, right? So I'm going to save this, and you're going to notice the app's going to refresh, but then it's still broken. We're still getting that error. The reason for that is because we have to reinstall these packages, these dependencies that we have from npm, and the reason for that is just because just because we changed this package.json doesn't mean the app's going to fix itself. We didn't actually download anything from npm. The only reason that this reloaded is because of Expo. So if we just go into our terminal real quick and we say yarn add, make sure you use yarn and not npm. Like I mentioned before, sometimes npm can actually break the entire app worse than what we have here, this little error. Sorry, it's not add, it's yarn install, just like this. And we're just going to hit that and let it do its thing. So it's going to go back in and fetch the packages that we just changed, which was that React Native package. And this time, when we load up, you'll notice everything's back to normal. Everything's going to work just fine. I think I'll leave the signing up our first account to the next video. I'll see you in that video.